morning, children. Welcome to the online class. Today, in our chemistry lesson of class 6, we are going to study water. Please turn your books to page number 54, water. Please see, water as a natural resource. Water is found abundantly on earth. Nearly two-thirds of the water's surface is covered with water. Earth is covered with water and it is nearly two-thirds. Water is one of the basic needs of life. Life is not possible without water. Materials that we get from the environment to meet our basic need of life are called resources. Water is an inexhaustible, renewable natural resource. Millions of liters of water is stored in big oceans like the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. Similarly, some oceans like Arctic and Antarctica oceans also have a large amount of water stored in the form of ice. Water is also found in other reservoirs on earth like ponds, rivers and lakes. It is also found under the ground and in glaciers in the form of ice. It is also present in the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. So children, how many different types of, what are the forms of water? It is solid, liquid and gas. So the form of water which we see in the different parts is in the ocean in the form of rivers, lake and reservoirs, and it also has the solid form of water is the ice, and the atmosphere in which we are living, it is having water in the form of gas which is called water vapor. Although there is a huge amount of water on the earth, yet the amount of water that is utilized by human and other animal is very less. Out of the total available water, only 0.1% water is available to human being to use for use. Rest water is either in ocean 97.4% or is frozen in glacier and polar ice. So the humans are using water how much percent? 1%. And the rest of the part of the water is 97.4% in the form of ice and glaciers. Water is not distributed evenly on the earth. Some parts have more water while some have less. You would have seen shortage of water in big towns or cities. Even human activities have been continuously polluting water. In this chapter, you will study about the sources, importance and properties and pollution of water. So children, you have understood so far that what are the uses of water and where the water is coming and how it is being stored. So in the first section, we are going to study the sources of water. The various sources of water. You can see the chart. Source of water is the three forms: rainwater, surface water and underground water. Children, what is the source of water is? Water is divided into three forms. The first is rain, second is surface, and the third is underground. Underground water. The surface water is divided into two parts: river and lake, and the other surface water is sea. Now the underground water is also divided, children. The wells and springs. We will study here about rainwater. Rainwater is the purest form of natural water. When the water vapor is in the air condenses, it rains. Thus, rainwater is like distilled water. It is free from soluble impurities. However, while coming down through the air, the first shower contains impurities like dust particles, germs, and bacteria in it. It also contains some of the gases present in the atmosphere like carbon dioxide. However, subsequent showers are free from these impurities. Surface water. Surface water is one which is present in the surface of the earth. It is formed due to the rainwater, river, and lake water and seawater. So children, rainwater you have understood. It is the crystal distilled water which is coming from the earth, and it has been uh, it has some impurities also in it. Whereas surface water, it is having, it is goes under the ground where it rivers which has come into form of rivers, lakes and seawater. Rainwater that turns off the surface of the earth forms streams and rivers. Yes, these streams and rivers supply water to almost all part of our country. In our in our country, the river like Ganga, Godavari, and Brahmaputra have flowing flowing water all around the year. However, there are many rivers that dry during summer. The rivers and lake water on its way dissolve some soluble salts and suspend impurities. This pollute the water, making it unfit for drinking. However, river from the water from rivers and lakes is the major source of drinking water in towns and cities. This water is cleaned before supplying it to houses for drinking and other purposes. In all parts of the world, including India, dams have been built on the river to ensure proper use of water. The water stored in dams can be used for agriculture purpose. The water from the dam is supplied to the agriculture field through water channels and canals. By this way, water can be supplied to all the other parts of country, which ensure good harvesting of crops. Proper supply of water has led to green revolution in our country. So children, you can see how water is being used. Domestic use, the water from dams is also sent to the cities and towns through pipelines. This water is used for various purposes like drinking, washing, bathing, etc. Industrial use. The water from dams is also utilized by various industries generating hydroelectricity. The water in dam is used for generating electricity. This electricity is called hydroelectricity. This electricity is supplied to the homes and industry. So what is the use of water? It is used for dams for generating electricity and pipelines for supplying water to for drinking, washing and cleaning, and for the factories and various uses. So children, for this session we will end here. We will meet in our next session. Thank you children.